Today, second game of the tournament here at World Select Invitational in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Coming off a overtime shootout loss in our first game against North Star Elite Hockey Club White. I think they have like 3 or 4 teams here. Um, Various colors to all the age groups. There's a green, a black, a white, quite a few of them. Had the game in hand for most of it. A little slow start in the first half. Second half, though, came out really strong, dominated quite a bit. But the gas pedal let up a little bit for us as they turned it on and put on some pressure, and they were able to get by us a couple of times to tie things up 2-2 in the second half. Uh, with one of those coming pretty late. And then, yeah, we lost 2-0 in the shootout. So not the way we wanted to start, but coach was able to remind them, can't ever take your foot off the gas because you want to get going. Today's bout, or this afternoon, is against Summit Hockey. I'm looking at their roster online as best I could see. There's, I think, 3 or 4 kids from Mount St. Charles, so some of Kago's teammates. And I think there was 3 or 4 kids from the Philadelphia Hockey Club, which built a pretty good team this year as well. Um, who else did I see out there? Can't remember exactly offhand, but there was quite a few other point per game players at the 15U Tier 1 level. There's one kid, he played Minnetonka something single A, which is different in Minnesota. It's still really good hockey, single A. They don't have Tier 1 in the same way that the rest of the country does. Their high performance team in league is the only Tier 1 that's allowed, and it's forced to be split season so that they don't disrupt any association or team hockey or high school hockey there. They work really hard to preserve that. Um, so all the association hockey, kind of like Junior Canes or Carolina Eagles back in the day, it's all double A or single A and B and B1 and all that kind of stuff uh, in the youth hockey world, with the exception of the high performance program. Anyway, Summit's coming out here. They came off a 6-0 win in their first game against, I think, Big Brain. Or not Big Brain. There's a brain on their logo inside a helmet, and I think it's sold between the bucket or something like that, or inside the bucket, or between. I can't remember. We're actually playing that team, I think, in our fourth game. I can't remember exactly which one, but we'll be playing those guys as well. So again, Summit Hockey beat them 6-0. As our guys come out and take some warm up. It did sound like we were going to pick up another player. I just don't know when. Jake Eli. Um, oh, hold on. There we go. Yeah, he's wearing Bishop's jersey, number 6, on the far side, holding the puck right now on the line. Looks like it's going to be, yeah, Junior Flyers. So I think Daphne helped recruit somebody there, one of Walker's teammates from this past season. So thankful for that. And that helps give us an extra man on the bench and settle things out. I wonder how that works, because I think I heard that Jonathan Willicott likes to play or typically plays D. And he's been playing forward. Um, Hopefully the stream is back. I guess I can log in and see. So we have screen time turned on for iPads around the house, and that's has a cell phone and living away doing all that stuff. And so we keep those things locked down pretty good. And apparently, screen time setting here for this other phone that I report on ran out of time on the YouTube app. So let's see if I can get that back working. Let's make sure. It looks like it's up and running. Yeah, all right. And not much of a delay. Trying to look here on the device. Yeah, it's got like a 3 or 4 second delay versus live. So, okay, it looks like it's coming through okay. I don't like zooming out all the way, but I also like to make sure when I can see an entire zone like this without having to kind of go back and forth. If I zoom in anymore, then sometimes it's kind of hard to see a corner versus a point or whatever it is. Go back to center here and see where I had it. Just to a little bit of boards. And then here, it kind of cuts off the corner. So when the play moves, it just has to toggle. It doesn't seem like it's that much of a zoom to make that much of a difference. But any little bit I can do to bring it closer to you guys at home, that's what we'll try, I guess. You can send me a text or drop a comment or something in here if you want me to zoom in or zoom back out. You got a thumbs up here, I'm assuming for the current view, but who knows. All right, we're getting pucks put away. 20 minutes on the clock. Remember, this is 2 20-minute halves. It's a full 20 minute stop time that they're going to run on that. And our guy's getting pepped up a little bit, and it does look like number 6, Jake Eli, is with us. So that's another new name I will have to fumble around as I try to call this one for you. All right, there's Summit Hockey over here in black. Carolina Eagles, boldly in their bright green jerseys. And it looks like Walker's going to come out here with, it's got Massimo and Jake with him, Silas and Nico. So it looks like a little bit of a line shuffle. I think Jake will be playing with Walker. Kind of makes sense, right? If they were hanging out and playing together and stuff during the season. Not sure what lines they were on, but some level of familiarity through practices and everything else. So that's always good. All right, boys getting all pepped up and ready to go. Face off about to happen. There it goes. Clean over to Walker. Walker pins it back, gets it over to Nico. Nico, D to G, up to Moss. Moss chipping it forward, gets tipped in. Deep into the zone, rolls around. Jake's going to get there. He's able to scoop it right back. Top of the circle, centers one. Trying to connect with Walker. That's broken up. This one chips back out in the neutral space. Massimo chips it over to Nico. Nico takes it back behind the net, uses the net to his advantage, coming out. Bump pass, Silas, cross ice, finds Jake. Jake chips it in, takes a hit for it, but gets the puck in deep. Walker now trying to put on some pressure. Oh, almost get called for the hook. That was close. Then pins his man, keeps the puck into the corner, rolls up the half wall. Summit gets there, chips it, bounces over Cade's stick. Kago comes in, trying to put some pressure on. He's got, I think, 4 or 5 teammates out there from Mount on the other team. Max chipping it over, back behind the net. Cade bumps it up, finds Sullivan. Sean now with the puck. Bryce with him. Bryce driving hard forward, gets tied up. Here's a good chance. Just wide of the net. Hard shot by Max, picking it up in the high slaughter there. Cade chips that one back in. Summit's going to have some room to go get it. And chip it up the left side. Chip it into the zone deep. It rolls around. Drew Otten is in net for us. Sorry, I apologize for not calling that out already. Mason had the first game, and Drew's doing this one. Ooh, Cable gets picked off. And Cade comes in to help. He gets pinned into the boards. Chips out towards the half wall. Mack is there, chops at it, comes all the way up and out of play. And we get a line change out here as Jax comes out with Lawson and Postad. So it looks like Lawson hopped into this line from uh, the other line, and I'm assuming Wolcott will be taking a D spot. Jack's driving hard. He's going to have some room. He's got some. Let's see what he's got. Forehand, backhand slip, looking for the 5-hole. And there it goes. I couldn't tell if Jack's had it or if Lawson cleaned it up, but either way, it's in the back of the net. And Jack's putting on some pressure. Lawson skating through the line first on Jax's rush. Either way, Summit going up, or Eagles going up 1-0 at 17:54 in this opening half. Buck sticks inside the faceoff circle for a bit. So it looks like Jack's got the assist. Lawson got the goal. Well, Summit rims this one around, comes all the way through. Settled down by Drew. Preston chipped it up towards the half wall. Lawson tries to poke at it. Preston reverses it. Irvs has it. Backhand sauce one. It doesn't come through clean, but Wolcott comes through, separates his man from the puck, and we're able to get a little bit of breathing room. Bad pass through the middle by Summit, picked off by Preston. He goes out for a change as the puck gets thrown in deep. Irvine trying to put on some forechecking pressure. Summit able to get the puck out in the neutral zone. They chip it in hard, look for a bounce off the backboards. Nico's going to get there. He gets angled off. A good centering pass. Dangerous on the right side. Shot deflects up and into the netting for another whistle. That face-off goes straight to the half wall where Nico gets it back to Moss and rims it around to the far side. Silas, backhand chip, smart little play. Jake with it, off-balance shot. Finds the breadbasket. Can't quite get it back there. What's up? We'll see how that works. That's true. That's true. Just had the rush, but that's okay. Always fun at these tournaments, running into lots of familiar faces and friends and family. It's great. We actually saw the default around here as well. Ooh, oh. This one chips down, gets past. Lots of blue shorts out there right now. It's pretty much the Mount line. Hard sauce, bounces around, good hand-eye. He bats it right out of the air. He takes it deep into the corner, chips it up, but Silas is there. Silas and Jake driving hard. Connor picking it up, things back behind the line. They go out for a change. That's going to give Summit some room. They got some speed. Kago chopping at him. I don't know how that wasn't a trip, but okay. That was amazing. And Drew coming with a big save there. Think Kago got away with one. I don't know. I'm thinking he got away with it. Yeah, I'm doing YouTube. Yeah, it's just at Ray Irvine. Ray Irvine. Here, I can. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I got it open to the public, so anybody, if you want to share it or whatever. Oh, dangerous right in front. It's in the paint. It gets cleaned out though to the half wall. Comes up towards the point. This one's gonna pop up and out of play yet again at pin 6 points. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. That's me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, sure. Summit able to chip it in from the point, rims around to the near side, comes into the near side corner, gets poked up towards the half wall, towards the net now. Cade's able to poke at that one, backhands it deep into the zone. It's rolling hard. They're going to wave off the icing. And there's Langlois comes in, putting on some pressure, forces them to mix it up back behind the goal line. Summit, though, settles it down. This guy's quarterbacking some things, makes a couple of fakes, stretches one off a bump pass, connects with his man. If they can center this, is oh, what a save by Drew coming across. Kago now with the puck, taking it up outside, throws it towards the net, look for a rebound, comes right back this way though. Summit now, getting pinned at the wall, chips it through, coming through with some speed. They center it. They got a third man. Holy moly! He just got helicoptered right in front of the net. Incidental, but man, his feet came up and he did a 270 spinorama right there. That was rough. That was a big hit. Not sure where the kind might have even been friendly fire, but it was. They got tangled up pretty good. All right, Max out to take this face off. All right, drops over to the far side wall, comes up to the point. Bryce puts on some pressure. Their man loses it at the half wall. They scramble for it. Bryce hits a skate trying to chip it. Second attempt, still not out. Losing the slot, comes up. Sean's got it. He gets one up that gets broken up, comes back this way. Kago's going to get there. Oh, there we go. Good glove by Drew, tracking the puck well as there's a deflection tip in front. We get some fresh bodies out here. Now it's okay. Now it's Lawson, Anstead. So I don't know if we're just rotating some guys or how they're doing that in terms of the forwards and the D, because it's. Oh no, I apologize. Colin's out there too. So I think it's Colin, Jax, and Lawson on the forwards, and we've got Jonathan and Preston on the D. I thought I saw. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe Colin's going back to D. He's on the inside, so hard to say. Colin was covered some D in the first game too, so not sure. Yeah, this one comes down to Preston. Preston tips it up. It gets stuck up there. Preston's going to recover it deep. Gets it out to Colin. Colin backhands it, finds Anstead. A little past the mark for Urs, and that one gets batted down. Colin recovers it, takes it back, drops it. Olacott trying to make something happen here. Takes it back behind the net. He's going to skate it up himself. He's got some room, also got some hands coming through with some speed. Now he settles it down, gets it low. Urs reverses it. Lawson, smooth little move. Cycles this one back around, goes deep into the corner. We got to hustle to get there. Summit's able to get to it, tip it up, break it out of his own. Preston has it though, throws it back in, off the skate of Cullen, right to the Summit team. He gets broken up in the middle. We lose track of the puck, pops over to the blue line. Summit ices it for another whistle. That one, uh, although they're putting it at center ice, and I don't understand why. One drops down. Someone's going to get to it. Gets poked off by Walker. D to D back in the Summit end. We'll stretch it through, but Jake catches that one and bats it down. Nico coming in, taking care of the corner. They're outnumbered a little bit. Now they get a third guy. Massimo's going to pick up the loose change up on the far side, gets it to the half wall, chips it past the point. Walker, he's got some speed, got the reach. They get a poke on it first. Summit working their breakout out of the zone. They're able to clear it and make some good moves. A couple of good passes coming through. Toe drag snap. Nico blocks that. Summit recovers it though, down low, throws it back up high. From the top now, hard shot, hit some bodies. Rebound opportunity. That's cleaned up. It's loose, top of the circle is another spinning shot, hits a body, and Drew has seen enough. He's going to glove that one down and get us a whistle. 11:50 left to go in the opening half here. Shots reading 5-4 in our favor, or sorry, in Summit's favor. They are on the away side. Max driving that face off towards the wall. Bryce comes up to put on pressure, gets stuck there along the kick plate. Bryce able to come away with it. Gets it, chips over to Sean. Sean back to Bryce. Oh my gosh, it rolls right off his stick. Couldn't quite get that one to fire off clean. It rolled up and got bobbled around. Good setup by Sean and Bryce going back and forth. Puck stays deep into the corner as they battle for it. Summit able to get it up towards the half wall. Keiko throws it back in deep, goes over to the far side corner. Summit's going to get there. They cycle it back down, flip it up to the near side wall, backhand it, comes into neutral space, gets chopped at. Kago breaks it up. Now Max has it, tips it up to Kago. Kago throwing it loose. Oh, that was great. But just a great glove. Very good play. And a heads up pass by Kago to chip one up there. But man, the glove came out hot and shut that down. I thought they had that. It was a really good save. Lost it in the faceoff circle. It gets driven deep. Someone's going to get there. And chip it back behind the net. Straight up through to the middle. It goes through everybody. Jonathan has it. He's got Preston with him. That's where it goes. Preston now puts it across. It gets broken up. Coleman tries to get a poke at it, but Summit recovers it in the neutral zone. They enter. Centering pass broken up. Batted down. Irvine has it with some good hand-eye. Forces out wide. Cuts. Waits. Centers. Loose in front. Skirts just by the right side post. Battling hard right in front. Off the side of the net. Summit recovers it. Coleman comes in, being tenacious, putting on good pressure, not letting him come out clean. Lawson comes in to help, drops it in front. They get a glove on it, and they ice that one down. Good forechecking pressure there by your Eagles, keeping the puck in the zone, not letting Summit get too much time and space there. Back behind the net, created 2 or 3 good chances. The guys putting some stuff together. It's kind of fun to see. Jake Eli comes out to take this face off, comes right back to Nico. Nico chips one towards the net, deflects into the corner. Hard clear and an ice all the way down. There's your whistle, and we'll just come right back. At 10:05 left to go in the open period. Shots now 8-5, swinging the other way in favor of the Eagles after a little bit of a flurry of shots there in the last 2 shifts. This one pops up clean, comes right back to Nico. Shot looking for deflections down in front. It gets batted down, but goalie was in the right spot. Able to stop any secondary chances. Summit coming through with some speed now, chips up towards the point. They're able to chip it back down into the corner. They're looking to center one, but that's broken up by the Eagles. Massimo rims it around. Silas able to chip it up, can't quite clear it. They go D to D over here on the near side wall. Guy making a couple of moves, batting at it with his feet. It's a scramble in the slot, pops up. There we go. Silas finding the stretch over to Jake. Jake looking for the shot, finds that hot glove yet again. All right, Max, Bryce, and Sean come out with Kago and Cade. Well, I just saw a comment or something up there, but I lost it. Not sure what it said. I was looking down at my makeshift roster sheet here. I had to make another one. I forgot the other one at the hotel. Anyway, Summit from their own corner chips up off the glass and hit the netting, but there's no whistle. Everybody stopped because they realized what happened, except the refs apparently, but that's okay. Loose in the front. Can Bryce get there? Almost. A little bit of a scramble here, but Summit comes away with it. So crack into the zone, take a shot. Drew kicks that out to the right side, comes over, chopped that by Cade. Max, little bump pass off the wall, finds Bryce. He's getting shifty here, coming through. He's forced out wide, though. Cycles it back up high. Cade, D to D. Gets it over to Kago. He fans on it, has to recover. He loses it. Now he's got to track somebody down. That guy blew a tire on the way out, though. So nothing too clean. Oh, that pass was just off the mark. That could have been dangerous. Bryce down in the corner. Cade now trying to help. Summit with it. Gets it up towards the point. The man, hard shot. Rebound opportunities there as they get tied up. Gets saved by Drew, though. Sean picks up the puck. Coming up. Feathers this one in nice and light as they go out for a change. Summit bobbles the puck and stretches one up. That's read by Lawson. He's got to wait. He's got to wait. He's got to wait. And then he chipped it cross corner. Couldn't quite get it through clean, though. Herbs comes in, putting on some pressure, chases his man back behind the net. Forces him to make a couple cut moves, and Cullen steals the puck as a result. It's thrown up high. Willicott chipping it down there. Glove down by the Summit team. Chipped up off the glass. Cullen's able to bat at it, throw it right back into the corner. Couple of guys tangle it up down low, but it pops into open ice where Summit's coming with a little bit of speed. Jax was coming. Hard shot, blocked it off into the near side half wall. Lawson with the puck now. Willicott's with him. Throwing it in front. Backhand shot. Goes a little wide. That one rolls around again up in the glass and top of the netting, but no call. I'm sorry, no whistle. All right, Silas getting to this one. Gets it over to Jonathan. Jonathan throwing it up. Finds Preston. Preston throws it deep into the corner. Our guys have gone out for a change. Jake coming in, putting on some pressure. Silas is there too. This one's coming over to the near side wall. Tripped up. Red. Oh, Walker had it. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Summit now coming back out the other way. Deep into the corner. Preston's there. Angles his guy off the puck. He tried to chip one, just barely miss it. And Summit throws it right back into the corner. And so we'll try this again. Preston over to Jonathan. Jonathan trying to get it back up to Walker. This time he doesn't have the time. Dangerous right in front. That one gets chipped and ends up going wide right. Drew is covering up the crease pretty well. This one comes up to the far side point, thrown right back down in. Walker picks it up on the half wall. He's got a bunch of guys around him. Gets angled off into the boards. Keeps the puck deep. Silas comes in, breaks up the pass. As does Walker. Got the loose change, is picked up by Summit as they scramble for it. Summit enters his zone, but get broken up a little bit down deep. A backhand pass up to the half wall for Nico as they battle for it down into the corner. Good hard hit by Max coming in. Hard shot blocked by Massimo. Summit recovers the puck. And throw it up towards the top. Hard one-timer. Good block by Max. Oh, my gosh. And he's going to skate it out. He's hobbling and wobbling, and he's still working. Takes a hard shot. Rifles one just a little high. This one comes all the way back down. Massimo's got to settle down the rolling puck. Fans on it, but Bryce is right there to help him out. This one chips up as Sean gets pinned into the boards. Massimo in the right spot, picks up the stretch pass, comes through. Max with a good reverse hit. Bryce now skating in for him. Oh, rolls it up and finds the back of the net. I thought the first one hit the top right corner. I'm not sure who cleaned that up. I think it. I'm not sure who cleaned that one up. They're going to go to Sean or Matt? I don't know. All right, so your Carolina Eagles at 4:41 go up 2-0 in this opening half. Shots reading 12-7. Eagles putting some stuff together here. Let's see what they announce if I can hear it. It's hard to hear with my earbuds in. All right, so that's Sean from Bryce on that one. They battle for it now. Deep gets over towards the half wall. Summit's going to get there. They got to navigate a ref run in front. That just gets by us. All right, it's broken up. Jackson out with the puck, trying to cycle it up. Goes to a Summit player, throws it back in deep. Another one down towards the front of the net. It's loose. Irvine picks it up, chips it up around the wall. He gets it over to Sean. That gets thrown back down. They scramble for it. These guys get tangled up down back in front of the net. And he's still holding on to his stick. I mean, come on. You got, it's like tied in his pants or something. Is he saying he hit him in the junk and then he held on to it? I think he wanted to call for the hit in the twig and berries, but he didn't get it. So we will stay 5-5 as they get a little chippy here now. You can see it right in front of you. This one comes out to Summit. Jack's working on some pressure, sticks down there, drives it hard. Instead, Summit's able to poke at it. They come through with a little bit of speed here. That gets broken up. Little poke. Summit has some players up high, though. Make a little backhand pass. Snapshot goes out to the right on a deflection. Thrown in front. Couple of good sticks on the Eagles' defense. Stops that from coming through. That gets thrown in from the near side point over the wall. Irvs gets there. Alley-oop. Into the bench. Rolling off the twig there. Just a little bit too much. Jack keeps changing his sticks, too. He's going back and forth again. I guess that with blackout sticks, they're not the most durable, so it's been kind of tough for him. Not like traditional breaks this time. The other set that he got was breaking all the time. This one is more like cracking and chipping. So I don't know. Might not be the right play to go with those bargain sticks. A lot cheaper, and they seem to be pretty good, but just have some durability issues. Anyway, back to the action. Lawson reversing this one down here. Jonathan getting in front of his man. Needs some help. He's going to find it. Lawson's able to chip the puck up. He's back to Summit. Irvine getting some sticks. He's trying to pester. He's trying to pester. He still does. Look at that long reach getting in there. Cullen comes in, takes down his man, gets a little chippy with it on the wall too, and then he gets a grab and a shove. They're just going to let him play on. So it's definitely getting a little chippy here. That one's thrown in, and that should have been an offsides, but no call as they were still touching down on the change. That one alley-ooped into the middle, backhanded back in by Summit. Jonathan's going to get there. Got to hustle. He's able to backhand it, but Summit recovers it, skates it up high, throws it towards the top. Here comes a shot. Tries to bat that one down. It goes deflection wide left. This one rims all the way around Irvine. He's going to have some room. He's got two guys. He's by himself this time. Driving through hard. Gets shouldered off. Has the same puck, though. Throws it up high. Looking to get with Lawson again. That just gets broken up. Good stretch pass by Summit, but it goes all the way through for an icing. Uh, Irvine and Anstedt almost connecting yet again. Ooh, little hooky there on the Mount player on a couple of guys. Silas having some words. Silas to take this face off. That drives up high, gets poked at. Summit now coming through with a little bit of speed. The fan on the shot gets pinned along the boards. Walker comes in, so does Jake. Nico's in the pile. It's a 3-3 battle up along the half boards. Puck still stuck there. Finally comes up. D to D from Summit. Quick snap shot, looking for something. Good job getting back. I think the net came off on a hard left to right push. It certainly did. So the ref will get that situated, and we'll be back under a minute to go. Didn't pay attention to that. 50.2 on the clock as we have a face off, but we aren't quite ready. Pegging that thing down. There we go. We'll try that again now. It took off a tenth of a second. Face off stuck right on the dot. Comes up towards the top. Chipped out wide. Mawson, though, has it. Trying to chip it through. Walker's going to get there. He backhands one that gets into a skate. Oh, it's loose right in front. And that gets covered up as goalie takes a little bit of a shove from a couple of players. It's like our man got shoved into the goalie. And everybody's having a chit chat about what went down. So we will have an offensive zone face-off with 35 seconds left on the clock in this opening half. We'll have an ice cut here in just a little bit. I'll keep the stream going, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. So you'll be able to see what's going on. They battle for it down in the corner. Walker centering one. That gets through clean, though. Summit now coming out. Rims this one around. Drew tries to poke at it. Comes over to Nico. Nico and Walker trying to get possession. Nico takes it back down low. Backhands it, but it goes right to Summit. He rifles one. Takes a weird bounce off the boards back into the center of the ice. Walker chipping things, trying to get at it himself. Pokes at it yet again. Silas comes in to help. Hard shot. Finds a glove. And that will conclude. Heads up play by Silas with no time left, realizing he had to take a shot. So after 20 minutes of play in the opening half, the Carolina Eagles are up 2-0 with 15 shots in their favor to 9 shots for Summit. So everybody will go and regroup and think about how that went. And we'll be back in just a little bit. That's right, Jeremy. Let's go, boys. All right, guys, we're just about to get underway into the second half here. Again, 2 20-minute halves. By way of recap, in case you're just joining, it's 2-0 Carolina Eagles over Summit Hockey. Just about every team here is a hodgepodge of kids from all over the place. We got a bunch of PhD guys and Mount guys. Looks like there's a Penn Elite guy out there, a white helmet, a red helmet. It's all over the place. Anyway, face-off drops. This one comes out wide. Walker chops at it. This one settled down by Drew. Moss takes a hot hit up high. Woo, that was close. I can't believe he took that so well. Wasn't trying for it, but Moss kind of went down as he was scrambling for the puck, and that forced the check to actually come up towards the back of his head. So that was a bit of an unfortunate sequence of events there, but that's the way it goes. So we're just 13 seconds in. We go up on a power play here. Although Summit wins it clean, settles it back down behind the net. Jake gets there, chops it forward. That's cleared out. Stick down by Drew, deep in our end. Nico's going to get to it. He's going to drop it. Turns over to Massimo. Massimo looking to bump pass. A little miscue there. This one rides up the glass. We lose track of it. Looking for a 5-hole slip. They can't find it. We are being a little bit lackadaisical here. Summit taking advantage of a little bit of miscommunication. We miss on the pass. We come in. We're probably not on sides, but we get away with it. They get tangled up. Silas down on the corner there. Walker's got it. Jake's in the mix. Comes up high. Silas settles it down. Gets it over to Cade. Cade back up high. Nico walk. Shot. Deflection wide right. Silas from the half wall. Cuts it back down low. Throws it up high. Settled down by Nico. He walks. Comes in. Top of the circle. Shot. Hits a couple of bodies. Not clear. Kept in by side. But we get a whistle here. I missed what the whistle is. Interference. I think Walker's going into the box for an interference call. Looks like I saw the X. There it is. So after a little more than half, a minute and 11 seconds of that power play, goes to 4-on-4 hockey now for 49 seconds. Well, my eyes are getting bad. I'm having a hard time seeing the numbers without any blur. Just from up here. I'm not that far away. All right, lots of room out here with 4-on-4 hockey. Summit trying to make some moves. They chip it down low. This one rims around. Kago's going to get there. Tries to use his body, but loses the puck. Summit recovers it, and they battle for it up along the boards. Lawson able to scoop at it, picks it up. Got caved on the wall. Has to cut and reverses. He's covered. Drops in front. Kago goes down hard. No call. Hard shot. Couldn't tell if he got a pad on that or if it just rode high. Either way, comes back into neutral space. Summit dropping the puck back in their own end, cycling things around. Max gets a poke at it. Summit coming through. Toe drag and a poke check. Skago comes in and pins his man on the boards. He stays right down. As they're all shoving and trying to get possession. Sticks are coming up high. They're getting tangled up. Loose in front. Lawson gets a good stick there. Good evasive move by Cade. Avoids the hit and comes up with the puck. That gets thrown back in. Drew gets a pat on that. Lawson has to defend himself and chip the puck out. Comes up towards the wall, though. Max, checking with his body. He backhands one. That rides up and out of play for another whistle. 38 seconds left to go on the interference call for Walker. That one, I think, comes to center ice based on where it went out. Hopefully the connection's staying clean. I thought it was center ice. I guess they're taking it to this dot here. Bryce takes his face off, comes up to Summit. We'll take it back and settle things down. We'll go D to D with it. from the far side. Chips it in. It's on net. Sticked off by Drew. Rimmed around and cleared. 23 seconds. We're going to take off another 6 or 7 at least. Even more as they settle some stuff down back behind the net. Far side wall. Thrown across. Broken up. Langlois throws it towards the net. Good glove save. Doesn't like what he sees and hangs on to it to ice one down with 6 seconds left to go. And the penalty kill for your Eagles. We get some fresh bodies out here. Polstad comes out here with Irvine. Got Walker out there with Willicott. Comes up towards the half wall. They killed it off, but they're on the rush. Oh, that's dangerous. The pass was just off the mark. Good opportunity. Jonathan Penn and his man pulling in to support. Preston now comes away with the puck. Comes out to the far side. Bounces a little past Lawson's stick. Can't quite get to it. And it's backhanded in. Drew's going to chip it up off the glass. A little too high for Urs to catch it. Hard shot loose in the front. Deflects out to the corner. This one rims around to the near side. Comes up towards the point. Thrown back down low. Summit tries the roof one. And instead they roof it too high and into the net. At 16 minutes exactly in the second half. We're up 17-12 on the shots. It's pretty close, but still working out in our favor. 2-0, more importantly. Face off comes deep. Kago's going to chip at it. Comes up. Back into neutral space. Sean trying to put on some pressure. This one's thrown in deep. Cade's going to try to get there. He does. He backhands it back behind the net to Kago. Kago chips it up to the half wall. That rolls up Sean's stick. Cade's able to get it out, but goes back to Summit. Summit now enters the zone. They get broken up by Cade again. Max and Bryce now looking to make something happen. Bryce backhands it. Oh, man. Tries to get it to the backhand side of Max. It's just a little off the mark. And now Summit coming through. It's a 2-on-1. Hard fake shot. Hits a pad and goes up into the netting. Good save by Drew. It's Jake is going to take the face off here. Nice stick up, comes down. Massimo gets there, rims it around to the near side. Silas able to poke it in the neutral space. Walker's going to get there. He's got the reach. Couldn't quite get to it in time. Summit going cross ice with it. Massimo getting his way. Finds his way to the net, though, and the shot patted down by Drew. Nico's going to pick it up. Backhands it. Finds Jake. Jake's shifty, man. He's got some wheels. Backhands one, but it's a little too far out of the reach of Silas, who's hustling to try to get there. Maybe used to the high school hockey icing rules as he sprinted for that one and got his stick out there, but not the way it works here at this event. Jake in the circle. Well, a little bit of an adjustment there. That one pops up high, comes right to Summit. Gonna get poked at. Jake gets it up to Walker. Walker's coming through, poking at it. And gets taken down back behind the net. It's loose, top of the crease, backhand shot. Batted down, no high stick call. Looked like it was up there. Little drop pass, snap shot, blocked by Massimo. Summit now, reverses it. Comes low, D to D, back behind the net. That gets poked off by Moss. Summit recovers it. Throw it up high from the near side point. That rolls by him. Comes all the way out. Good goalie settles it down. We chip it up, stretch pass. All the way to the blue line. That gets broken up. Willicott's there with Preston. Irv looking to break up the pass, but it goes clean. Cross ice. Deflects up and over the net on the shot. Comes back to the near side point. Same result. Goes around. Oh, look at the speed. Go, Irvs. He gets there, forces a move, cuts around, gets taken down, still poking at it, trying to roll it in. Is it in there? Or is it on the side of the net? Where's the puck? Went down. Went down in the netting. Pops up for Irvs, bounces over the stick. Willicott chips it in deep. Comes down to the front. We're scrambling for it. Irvine recovers it. Quick snap, turning shot, finds its mark. It's blocked into the corner. Where Summit now stretches one up. That's blocked down by Preston. Preston chips it back into the corner. It goes back off of Boston. Boston comes back up to Preston. Preston's shot blocked into the far side. Cullen's going to get there. Uses his body. Can't quite connect on the puck, though. Here we go. Comes down. Preston's able to get to it. Irvine feathers it up. Kicked in with a soccer move by Cullen. Goes into the corner. Gets cycled around. Jackson with the puck. Tries to center one. Hits a couple of skates. Picks it right back up. Sauces a nice feather up to the point. Willicott with a hard shot. It's off the mark a little high. Lawson from the half wall. Can't quite connect with it. Oh, this is Willicott trying to connect on a catch. And that's going to be a tough one to defend. So a little bit of a mistake there on our part. Trying to catch one. Couldn't quite do it. So we were flat on our feet. And that was enough to allow the breakaway. And guy makes a good move. Forehand, backhand, and roofed one. So not much you can do with that. So shots now 20-16. 2-1 the score at 12:41. Has an eerily familiar feeling to the first game. I'm not liking it, man. That's right. All right, Eagles now trying to make something happen. Max coming through with a little bit of speed, cuts out wide. He's got Bryce in the middle, going up high. There we go. It's loose, right in the top. Oh, couldn't quite connect. Comes up towards the point. Kago gets there, throws it back in. Deflects, goes into the center of the ice where Summit now enters into the zone. They chip around a guy, get it in deep. Bryce with a stick lift, separates him. Max comes in, chips at it. Cade, nice bounce up high off the glass. That gets driven in hard, but comes right back. Cade and Max working to come away with the puck. Cade does. Evades, gets it back to Kago. Kago up the far side, finds Sean. Sean gets picked off. Centering pass. Cade reads it well. He stretches one. And it goes under Bryce's legs as he jumps up. I'm not sure if he was just trying to bat it down since it was high or if he thought somebody was behind him to let it go through. Either way, it comes out for an icing. 11:44 left to go in the game. And we'll come back down this way. Pops up to Summit. D-to-D with it. And throw it into the corner, cycling it around. Back behind the net, looking to set something up. They get forced out into the corner. Cade pins his man. When Bryce comes in, does the same thing. Allows Max to get a stick on it. Can't quite clear it, though. This one comes down. Kago's going to get there, pin his man into the corner. Summit gets it dangerously in front. Pops up, though. Bryce has it. He's going to take it out wide, makes a couple of moves. Tries the center one. That's broken up. Ooh, guys bat heads there a little bit. Looks like they're okay. Summit's coming through. Dangerous right through the middle. Bryce wisely chips this one up and out. Good hands, good control. Prevents the icing, but Summit's able to get it. They stretch it up. Heads up, heads up. And I'm saving my buddy's life over here. Huh? It like came right through here. Nope. Brad tried to throw the puck back in, but hit the top of the glass, and they decided to just drop the other one. Ref and Brad having a little chuckle there. It's kind of funny. Summit now making some moves, keeping the puck in deep. About halfway through this second half, Walker coming through strong. Center's one that gets broken up. Summit now from the near side. Tip it across, broken up by Walker. Silas overskates it, and Jake comes in to support. Jake now from the point, rolling puck, can't quite get possession. Summit now coming back. They have a couple of numbers. Poke check by Nico, stops the pressure, still finds its way deep. Jake bounces it up off the wall. Silas, little spinorama. That gets broken up. Mama's going to get there. He's going to shoulder his man towards the wall. They chip it in front, but Walker is going to come away with it. Good reach by Walker. Trying to poke at it. Works out. Comes all the way back to him on the near side. And loses it with a poke. Summit now coming the other way. They skate in. It'll cut and wait. Throwing it through. That gets broken up. This one chips up off the glass and cleared as Irvine's there. Oh, almost got a stick on it. Couldn't quite connect. Back into the middle, it's loose. Good poke by Price, stepping up. Jackson's going to get there. He gets poked off the puck, goes deep into the corner. Summit now has it. They skated up through the middle. Settle things down. Looking to set something up. We'll drop the puck for somebody else. They reverse it. Lawson coming in, trying to put on some pressure from the near side wall. These guys are settling things down and being real intentional now. Oh, they get by us. Drop it in front. It's loose. Good cover by Drew. Brad's still trying to give him the puck. All right, Lawson to take this face off out here with Jackson and Culliner out there. Sorry, it took me a second to get my eyes adjusted. It's Preston and Jonathan on D. Irvine trying to put on some pressure in the zone there. That gets broken up and cleared. Summit coming through. Backhanded, tipped up. Summit, D to D in the neutral zone. They overskated a little bit. Irvine trying to put some pressure on. They cycle it around, find it in the middle. Find an open man out wide. They're off the mark. Jonathan's going to get there. He hangs on to it, cycles it, gets over to Preston. Preston on the far side finds Cullen. Cullen makes a move, skates it up through the middle, keeps it deep, drops it. Lawson, roofs one, almost finds the top of the net, real close. A little bit of a miscue as Cullen drops it to the point, but there's a ghost man up at the point. Well, if he was going after the change, that one gets thrown down low from Lawson to Irv. Irv cuts, reverses it, throws it in front, nobody home. Jax takes the big hit down low, trying to center that one. D pass from Kago over to Cade. Cade takes a shot from the neutral zone, finds its mark. That one gets bounced off the glass and all the way down. Should be an icing, and it is. So we get a whistle, and I get to catch my breath. Max comes out with Bryce and Sean. Cade and Kago hanging out on D. Bryce gets it up to Sean. Sean, quick shot, wide left. Max trying to clean up a rebound. It's tangled up with a man. Summit now cuts, reverses back behind their own net. Stretch it up through the middle, broken down by Sean. Sean just unable to time that one perfectly as Max was hustling to get back out of the zone. Couldn't quite do it. They're off by a fraction. Summit winning the face off, chipping it through, make a good little move. Like it's broken up by Kago, comes down low. A lot of blue pants down there as they battle for it. Rice comes in to help. He's going to sauce one up. Clears the zone, but it's not clean. So Cade comes in to help. Cade throws it, looking to chip one off the glass, goes up into the netting, and we get a slow whistle there, but eventually get one. We should be facing off right here, I think. But doing really good in the faceoff circle, winning quite a few of them here. Couldn't quite get clean possession, man, as they are really jamming up things along the boards. Nico taking some exception to that, understandably so. This one pops back out into neutral space. Jake has it, chips it up off the wall, throws it in deep. This one comes around for Silas. Silas is going to get there. Chips it down for Walker. Walker takes it back up high, cycles it down for Jake. Comes around to the far side where Silas is there. He bounces around with his man, comes back, tangles him up. Walker now trying to make a toe drag move, stuck back behind the net. Comes away with the puck though. Throws it towards the middle, sticked out over to the far side. Summit picked it up with a little bit of speed, finding an open man, but that is read by Massimo very well. Massimo chips it up. Jake rims it around. That's going to come all the way through. Walker's there, centers one. And it becomes a foot race. All right, so not a good angle shot there on that breakaway opportunity. And Drew covering the whole post up there pretty good. He's a big kid, Sue, and did not have any space. Cleaned up the rebound as well. So a little bit of a break for us, but good forward position. Never hurts. Preston chipping one up. That finds its way to Lawson. Lawson is going to try to backhand it. Couldn't quite get it over to Irv. Has to battle forward into the corner. They get tangled up down there. 2-2 battle. Comes back behind the goal. Summit now from the near side. And stretch one up, connect. Little toe drag through the middle. And he gets sat down on his butt. Face off stuck inside the dot here. It's skipped around a couple of bodies. Comes down low. Now back up high in the possession of Summit. Summit throws it towards the net. That's broken up. Comes over to the near side. Into the middle. That's broken up by Preston. Comes back to the point. The man walking through. Toe drag. Out to the right. Shot from the left side point. Goes wide right. The D-man skates it down in. Keeps it into the corner. Preston comes in. Chips at it. Stays with him. He goes to cycle it. Lawson's there. He's reading that one. Going back up to the point, though. Here's a shot. Picked out to the right side. Comes over to the far side point. Thrown back down. Goes through everybody. Preston's going to get it back behind the net. He makes a couple of moves. Cycles it around. He finds Irv. Irv hangs on to it. He's going to use his speed. Aside. Dangerous right through the front. Doesn't care. Comes all the way through. Lawson and Jax together. Lawson stretches. Oh, just off the mark. It was right there. As that gets chipped back and forth on a couple of deflections. Our guys go out for a change after the scramble. Price comes out, putting on some pressure there. It gets broken up. Cade now, he takes a lane, trying to make some moves. Max with a hard shot. Ooh, hits a body. That guy's down. That hurts. Oh, big spinorama stretch pass. There's a forehand backhand. This time it does not go in. That was close. Good stretch pass and a good catch by the Pittsburgh Pens guy. Catching and spinning all in one motion. Keeps the speed up. A little bit of separation. Did the same kind of forehand backhand move that got us the first time. I don't think that was him that did it the first time, but went with the same move and almost got it, but couldn't quite get there. Now Sean using his wheels, coming through, loses the puck. Price comes in, drives the net. Max is the third man. Max has it, gets poked off, comes into the corner. Sean gets there. He needs some help. Max comes in to give it. A couple of guys banging around. That gets chipped up and out. Thrown back in. We're offsides. We got to tag up. We do. Max with a stick in the lane almost comes away with it. Instead, that gets thrown all the way down for an icing. 3:14 is left in the game. We are up 24-21 on shots. Score is 2-1 in our favor. but it is turning into a lot of back and forth and scramble here as Summit Hockey trying to put on some pressure here late in the game. Silas inside the circle, drives it forward. Summit going to get there, reverses it. Silas kind of puts some pressure on. He gets some help from Walker. It goes over into the far side boards, or the near side board. Sorry, Silas comes away with it. He gets pinned into the corner. Walker comes in to help. They're still battling for it. Summit comes away with it. They're able to skate it up, get to the near side wall. There's that spin around a move, but Nico right in the perfect spot. Gets a good stick on it. Summit recovers, gets it back, pressure along. They pulled the goalie, 6 attackers out. This one pops open. If we settle it down, take our time, there's the chip, and it's going to go dead center. So the new man coming in and getting the icy. All right. Still, though, 2:36. Lots of hockey left. Do not want to put the trophy on the shelf just yet. That was kind of early. I was surprised that they did already, especially with just so many scrambles, no clear possession for a bit. Like, a little early maybe to pull the goalie, but let's see what happens here. This face-off comes straight to the wall. It gets batted down by Walker. Sorry, that's Preston. That's what I mean. I'm trying to use the first names. Jonathan with the puck, making some moves, throws it up, goes all the way through for an icing now. And that one's going to come all the way back down our way. 2 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. 25-21 on the shots. 3-1 the score. Trying to finish this one off. One pops up high, thrown in, sticks bobble around. It's loose in the front. Austin is able to chip at it. Earth, if he's got the wheels, he can make something happen. No, it rolls right up the pads. Couldn't quite find the back of the net. Now Summit coming through into the zone. Ernst is going to poke at it. Couldn't quite clear it. Comes up to Lawson. Lawson backhands it. Clears the zone into the middle. We're a little bit out of position here, but Preston makes up for it. Covers things deep. Pops into neutral space. Cullen comes in. Hard pressure. Trips it in deep. Our guys go out for the change. Summit now. Looking to settle things down. Will they pull him again? We don't know. Well, hanging on to it. Don't. There we go. Good pressure. This one's going to get gloved over as Max was right there just in case anything popped out. 1:23 on the clock. 27-21 in the shots now, I guess. A 2-goal lead here with 1:23 left to go. Max gets ready to take this face off. Sean and Bryce out there with him. Kago and Cade on D. Comes up to Cade. Takes his time. Hard shot. Batted down, though. Summit recovers it. Sean trying to put on some pressure. Down in there. This one pops through. Bryce's turn. He puts on some pressure. Summit having a cycle around. Good job by Max coming through with a lot of speed on a forechecking pressure. Gets thrown back in. We tag up. Under a minute now. We throw it around to the far side. Don't do a good job at getting there, and it becomes a scramble. We recover it. Max throws it back down. Batted down by Bryce. Summit recovers it. It gets thrown back up. Cade has it. Hangs on to it. Making some moves. Throws it out wide. There we go. Smart play. Sending it back to the D. Kago throws it deep into the corner. 30 seconds on the clock. Sean comes in. Good pressure. He gets ripped around the boards. And there's a stick on the ice. Not sure who that belongs to. It's dangerously loose down in front. It's like it was a Summit player's stick. There's one man without a twig. That comes around. Gets good pressure by Jake. Sean making some moves. Throws it towards the net. Look for a tip by Jake. Jake trying to get one through to the crease over to Max. Can't quite do it. And so 5.8 left to go. And we put 3 more shots on the board to make it 30-21. More importantly, 3-1 is the score. with 5.8 left to go. It's like Walker and Silas are going to go break out here to finish this off. Nico and Massimo. And everybody just settles it down and didn't do nothing. That was weird. They just stopped playing for the last 6 seconds. Kind of bizarre. Now, I got my earbuds in, but I think he said good game over there. I'm not sure. But we'll have to see. I think some of the players are a little chippy on that one, but we'll see what happens here in the handshake line. Hopefully, lots of smiles. And a lot of these guys see each other and play each other during the season. Yeah, they're still chatting away. So after 2 games in our opening day here at WSI, we are 1-1 with an overtime loss, shootout loss in the first one, but coming away with a 3-1 win here against a really good team. So, I mean, the guys definitely look better. They played a lot harder and we're connecting a lot more. Lots of good speed and working some things out. Um, Jake coming was a noticeable contribution as well. So, huge thanks to the Eli family for sending the young man this way. It's like Massimo is going to join Walker and Jax in the center. Anybody else coming? Kago's going to hop in there. We get another Summit player, another Summit player. There we go. We went from 2 to 6 in one game. That's great. Yeah, good to see you, bud. Yeah, thanks, bud. All right, that's awesome. Favorite part of it right there. All right. Well, we are back at it tomorrow. Not sure what time, but I'll schedule the game. I think it's another afternoon game, so we don't have to get up too early, which is always kind of cool. Uh, I was going to try to double check that for you guys. See if I can't find that. Yeah, we play Between the Bucket, which is the team that Summit played their first game and beat them 6-0. Summit beat Bucket 6-0. And we're playing Between the Bucket. It's the funniest logo. It's literally like this pink brain in like wearing a helmet. It's just weird, but you'll see a picture of that tomorrow when I schedule the game. It's kind of funny. Anyway, that's at 11:15 a.m. Eastern time here. Same rink, rink 3, which is great. Familiar setup for me. And then 6:45 is the evening game against Power Play Hockey, although that's going to be on rink 1, so I'll have to go over there and check that out. Anyway, thanks, guys. Uh, hope that came through nice and clear for you, and we'll catch you next time. See ya.